Welcome back to another episode of Calling All Good Girls.
So amazing, everyone's been so welcoming.
I feel so confident now.
And before I was really background,
So this is the third full episode, and if you've been around for the last three, then you would have heard my story, Ag's story, and where it ended is where we're about to pick it up from, basically.
We're about to tell you all about Good Girl, how we started, how it went.
Yep.
The peaks and the pits.
The good and the bad.
lessons,
Yeah.
The dramas, the tea.
The tears.
The tears.
Yeah. And
I don't cry.
she can't cry.
I can't cry.
She literally can't
No,
cry.
I can. I just do it in
I
private.
cry for the both of us. Yeah, we're just going to tell you all about our journey, how Good Girl actually came to be, and how we ended up sitting in this bathtub right now doing this podcast.
But first,
I'm going to show you a lid.
is it
Or is it not a Good Girl thing?
What is this then?
This is, so it's got cherry logo. It's called,
Show it to the...
can you see it? You're zooming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Crushed Perfume Mist infused with cherry oil.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
It's clearly on brand with the pink and the red,
Yeah,
the cherries.
It's cruelty free.
Okay, it's not tested on animals. It's made in England,
These
where
are
we
all
are
tick,
right
tick, ticks.
now.
Yep.
and it says,
Here she
crushed
goes.
is a promise of purity, I can't guarantee that, Good Girl, freshness and vitality.
Okay.
Our journey by the way, we're both dyslexic, so
Yeah.
bear with us.
We can't read.
Our journey begins, I'll speed this up at this point. So,
You pull. I'll pull. You pull. Oh, that wasn't that hard, actually.
no, it wasn't.
Okay, so this is what it looks like without the lid on it. Okay, every time I smell something, I smell the microphone
I know.
after. I don't know why. I'm a freak. Okay, I'll let you smell it first.
Right,
and then
it's
I'll tell you.
it's giving sun cream, which I like the smell of.
I was going to hold your microphone.
Let it dry.
Yeah, see, this just isn't...
It definitely smells like cherry, a little bit. It's like got a fresh smell.
Okay, for me...
It's like clean washing.
No. For me, it smells like...
Bin bags.
bin juice. No. It just smells too chemically for me. Like... It smells like a surface spray. Like what I would clean my sides with. That's what it smells like.
I like the smell, but I wouldn't necessarily go around wearing it.
Yeah.
Packaging, it's a Good Girl thing.
Packaging all the way, it is a Good Girl thing. I mean, look at that.
Smell,
Beautiful.
it's almost a Good Girl thing, but
Almost.
not quite.
It's a Good Girl cleaning product smell. Well,
Yeah.
for me. I don't know
Yeah.
about for you. But I wouldn't... The smell, it's not a bad smell. It's just not a smell that I would want to smell of.
Yeah. Well, I like cinnamony smells on myself anyway, or like...
I like oud. No.
Is it a Good Girl thing?
No.
No.
No, it's not, unfortunately. Maybe they should bring out cleaning products instead
Yeah.
with that smell. That
There you
is
go.
my recommendation to that company.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, God. We really hope you enjoy this episode and the story.
Good Girl's birthing story.
Good Girl's birthing story. Buckle up.
Buckle up. It's going to be a fun journey.
Yeah.
Picking up from where we left off.
Yeah.
We were 26 years young.
We were both 26 years old. It
Frontal
was...
lobes developed.
Yeah, fully developed. It was, I would say, for me, it started in November time of
Yeah.
2022.
That's when the logo started.
Yeah, so if you listen to the previous episodes, I had this idea of I wanted to do a photography company, and I wondered if, I could create that safe space for women to express themselves. It was just going to be like just me taking pictures, really. So I sent Ag, the most talented graphic designer gorgeous friend of mine. I said, I really want a logo. I want it to be kind of like 90s, didn't I?
Yeah, she sent me a Pinterest board.
A Pinterest board.
We love Pinterest. That's a good girl thing, by the way.
Pinterest is a good girl thing. It is funny. This is funny because I just sent her a Pinterest board, and I cared more that it had like a 90s aesthetic. I weren't really fussed about colour.
Yeah.
Okay, that's important, and I'll tell you for why in a minute. So Ag does her thing. She comes back with a few different logos, as she does. Really great. We landed together. I feel like it was, even at that point, it was a together choice of like it wasn't just like, oh, Ag, do this for me, and then I had final say. Even at that point, when you wasn't even like had any idea that it was going to be like a duo thing, even then I was like wanting your advice, and do you think this one is better? And because there was another logo which is quite funny, it would have had a completely different feel.
It was a peach, but I can't remember actually what it looked like.
The peach was the O's, like it was like a little bum instead of the cherries.
We also had bum cherries, and we had boob cherries,
and we had angel cherries too.
Oh yeah.
So but we landed on the little devil cherries.
That when I did the devil ones and that, I was like, she needs to pick that one.
That was the one that had made the final cut. Okay. The reason why the colour thing is funny is because I didn't give Ag any specifics on colour. I just kind of said, this is what I'm looking for. I don't like pink, but do you know whose favourite colour is pink?
Baby pink
is Ag's favourite colour. And that is,
and it's 90s.
Yeah, but I didn't know that though.
Yeah,
I just kind of wanted. I didn't really know, did I? I just kind of. I sent Ag pictures of photography style that I liked really, and a few like graphic things. Yeah, nothing like specific in color, but Ag's favorite color is pink, and I don't actually like pink at all. It's growing on me now.
And then because the logo is pink, I was like, oh, you should keep brand consistency and have everything pink.
Everything pink. Absolutely.
And look where we are.
Everything pink. So
now
pink,
it's her favourite colour.
It's not. It's still not my favourite colour. I still really hardly wear pink. I wear pink for a good girl. So it was just the logo. That's all I had. I made a terrible website. Ag literally cringes at it now. I cringe at it now. I'm not anything to do with like online techie stuff. I can't do that. That's not my forte. Anyway, did a website. Launched my photography thing, nothing, like zero, crickets. Well, no, not crickets, one person. I had one girl. I launched a terrible website. It was dead quiet. Despite all the inquiries and that I had from women before who wanted the photos, there wasn't really much going on once I launched. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? It needs to not be just pictures of me, which is what I was worried about. I didn't want it to just be another page full of me. So I was like, okay, I need to do something. Like, what can I do? And went back to Ag and I said, okay, I'm getting nowhere. Like, what should I do?
Well, first I started on social media because you were like, I don't know what to do now.
Was that before even the event?
Yeah. You were like, I don't know what to do on social media.
Now what?
Help me.
Help me.
And then I quickly...
Did you? Oh, you did some
together.
Graphics. Yeah, you did.
2 posts.
Okay, yeah. Right, so I had no brain cells to rub together when it comes to social media, and I knew that Ag did. And so I went to you, didn't I? And I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me? And Ag
then I did all my graphic-y posts.
Yep.
Good girl.
Yep. And
thing.
and the Valentine's one.
Yeah. And I just started posting.
Yeah.
And I was just like, can I do this? And you're like, yeah. Can I do this?
Yeah.
Can I do this?
But so then I quickly realised that not only could I not do it on my own, but I didn't want to do it on my own. Like, I kept coming to you. It just felt very natural for me to, oh God, like, what do you think I should do here? Like, what do you think I should do now? How do you think I should go about this? I just naturally kept coming to you to like bounce off you. And you were the only person who I really told about it or wanted to share any of my own ideas with.
Yeah.
And despite Ag's passion for it and saying yes every time I asked her, could you do this? Do you think I should do this? When I did actually ask her to join me, what did you say, Ag?
No.
And wait, not just one time. How many times did you say no?
3 times.
She said no 3 times when I was like, come on, come and join me.
Because
tell me why you said no.
I loved Good Girl.
Okay.
It was the most fun project I've ever done. But I had just come out of my hibernation period.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, right, I'm on the road now to make my own business and to start something of my own.
Yeah.
And so I still had that
like
in my head that that's how it was going to happen. I don't even know what changed my mind eventually. I think just because everything happened so easily, with so much ease, opportunities were coming, and it was just really fun. And I was like, well, it must be right and aligned if everything is happening with so much ease.
Yeah.
And it's also more fun when it's two people.
I also threatened her life.
She did not threaten me.
I said, if you don't join me... No, I'm joking.
No.
It was a bit of begging, and then you eventually...
Yeah,
agreed.
I don't even know what point it was. I remember being in Italy with my friend and like saying that you wanted me to do it, and she was like, do you know what? Maybe you should do it. Could be a good opportunity. And I was like, I really value what this person says. So I was like, all right then.
Yeah.
What's the worst can happen?
Literally, what is the worst that can happen? And honestly, from the day that it was like officially me and you together, it just thrived.
Yeah.
And I think we should tell them the accidental. So at this point, it was still just a photography thing. It wasn't events. We didn't have events in our brain or like really anything of what it is now. I just asked, you just really liked the branding and the aesthetic and like the women empowerment side
and the social media side of stuff and the message, obviously,
and the message of it, and that's what you wanted to be on board with. And so then it was like us together. I was like, look, we need to get pictures of other girls, like we need to get more content out there. So we did a content day. A content day on April 14th?
April 14th, yeah.
April 14th, we did a content day.
Which is the best day ever.
Yeah, and how much were tickets? £15.
£15 for a ticket.
For a ticket. With food and drink and the everything.
Little gift bags.
Yeah, little gift bags. It just...
Yeah. The sex story wall as well.
Yeah, that's how that was
because we just kept having ideas. We set the date for this event, and then
content day.
The content day,
Content day.
And then we just kept having ideas. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if you did this? Or wouldn't it be funny if you did this? And then Confessions of a Good Girl came about on that day.
Yeah,
was it that day?
Yeah, I remember sitting in the car. It was pouring down with rain. And we were like, we need something fun for the girls to do while the pictures are being taken. Like, we need a game.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with a prize. Like,
yeah,
to make
and then
it
the
fun.
sex story wall came about. With and those were some of the funniest stories,
They
by
were
the way.
the funniest stories from that first one.
That was funny. And then, and they won a sex toy prize. And then the goodie bags were like rolled paper,
literally,
pink paper things. With the lolly and a little note.
Yeah. So like it was very like we had the pink backdrop.
And we had the selfie sections.
Yeah, we had the pink backdrop. But the original concept was we're just going to get loads of girls in, because when I first posted the story, I didn't think anyone would come down. It was just like, oh, I need to get more pictures of people who wants a photo shoot type thing. And it literally was just going to be a few girls having their photos done that we could use the pictures for, like to show other girls, like this is what we do, we take pictures here.
Yeah.
But then as Ag was saying, like throughout the weeks leading up to it, oh, it'd be funny if we did this, let's add this, let's do this. And I do remember after everyone had gone home, after that first content day, we kind of looked at each other.
No, this like, could be a thing.
We could do this. Like this could be it.
Yeah. And we found that like a lot more exciting as well.
Yeah, it gave like, it was such a buzz. Like,
yeah,
it was such a buzz. So from the accidental content day, that turned into Good Girl Events. Yeah, this is why I honestly feel like it's so aligned, because nothing was forced. It was so natural and accidental that's how it all come about. It wasn't like we're going to go and make an events company and host these events and this is how they've got to look. It just snowballed into events and girls having a great time, and that's how our events started.
And it was funny because like we didn't know what to expect, but the second all those girls came in, it just literally just turned into a wild party. The girls knew what to do.
Yeah, we had no circle time at the first event either. No circle time, no icebreakers either.
No icebreakers, nothing. People just came in.
And
it was just like really girly, cute fun.
Yeah. And even though the message of confidence and boosting your confidence and all of that was still the underlying message of Good Girl Photography or Good Girl Creative at the time. Yeah. The events weren't designed to be a transformative experience, not the first one, because we had no circle time, we had no icebreakers, we had no confidence boosting activities, none of that. The purpose of it was to try and show what Good Girl did. Yeah. But even though we didn't try to have that impact, it still had impact.
It still had an impact, yeah, for sure.
on the girls, and
they loved it, and they was like, I mean, all of them pretty much came back.
Yeah.
So
the second, so that is the journey of how we came to be and how Good Girl Events started. From that moment onwards, it has been quite a roller coaster.
It's been a ride.
It has been a ride.
It's been chaotic.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. It's been stressful.
Very stressful.
It's been tiring.
Very tiring.
But then it's been amazing at the same time. We've had so many amazing opportunities.
And we've learnt so much. And we've grown so much.
Yeah.
And
we've been tested.
Yeah. I feel like every time and I feel like people who start their own business or people who want to start their own business can relate to, like, every time we progress, we move the bar.
Yeah.
So then it's like, that's why we are always so tired, because it's like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
Like, okay, now let's do this. And I don't think that we'll ever stop until we're at the level that
until we're where we envision Good Girl to be.
Yeah, which is
a while away.
But it's going to be amazing.
This is just the beginning, guys.
And the important thing is like, you enjoy the journey, which we do.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fun. So basically, after that event, we didn't have events for April, May, June, July. We didn't have events for 3 months after that event. Had some one-to-ones.
Yeah.
And then I came across an opportunity through my university. I don't even know how I found it. Oh no, I decided to go to business support at my university and see how they could help us.
Wait, I think the important thing is people need to realise we don't live anywhere near each other at this point.
We lived 7 hours away from each other.
Yeah, so
she lives at the butt of the UK.
Yeah.
I live at the North Wales.
Literally. So even though at the end of that last event we was like, we could do this.
Yeah.
Actually doing it, and with no funds, etc., wasn't as easy. So yeah, there was that gap there.
So I was in university.
I was just being a carer for the girls and just doing mum things and trying to still do the photography thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we were starting on a very basic.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how it would work.
Quite limited footing. So yeah, I went to the business department in my university to see how they could help us, and it just happened to be that they had a pitch coming up.
Yeah.
Where you basically pitch your business idea to some judges, and they might give you some prizes, some money, some mentorship.
Yeah.
But basically it can help give you a massive boost.
Yeah.
For a starting business with zero funds.
Which was us.
And so I remember going to that, and I remember thinking, oh, for God's sake.
Dad's worst nightmare.
I remember thinking, I can't, like, this is an opportunity that I can't not, because I didn't have to tell you about that. Because we weren't actually in a partnership at that point.
No, not officially.
Yeah.
I was just, you were just doing this fun project with me. Like, it was literally like a fun thing,
and I thought, oh, what could they offer? Because I think at that point we were talking about that as well, like,
how do we get
the resources to
make this happen? Yeah.
So I just thought, oh, I'll ask them, and then
because this was pre-trademark, pre-everything, like literally everything. We were just a logo. We were just two girls who had a logo and who had a content day.
Yeah,
and
content day and photo shoots.
Yeah.
And then it turned out there was that pitch thing going on, the competition, and she was like, I think you've got a really good chance with this. She was like, I'll put in a good word for you.
Should we give her a shout out?
We love you, Amber.
We love you, Amber.
We love you, Amber.
So much.
The best. Absolutely the best.
Yeah.
She was like, I think you've got a really good chance and it could be really good for you. I really, really think you should do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, right. And I got that feeling of, oh, God, here we go. This is something that I don't necessarily want to do, but I have to do it.
Yeah.
And so I told Georgia about it. And then...
anyone who knows me, I don't shy away from a bit of a challenge.
She was like, let's do it. And I did actually have to say, like, well, George, am I allowed to apply as a partnership? Because Georgia wasn't a student at my university. And she was like, yeah, of course, people have done it before. So we ended up doing it. And there was, like, an application process that took a while.
Is that when we started the Calling All Good Girls? Did we do it in the first video?
We started at the content day. That was Calling All Good Girls.
Oh, okay, right. Okay. I didn't know whether we did. Did we do it in the pitch though to that? We had to do the
think
video.
So. It's on YouTube. You can see the video on YouTube.
The original one.
The original.
No, can you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
If you want to see the original,
okay, I'm gonna watch it after this. Yeah. We should watch it after this.
Maybe we should watch it together. Maybe we should do a reaction video.
Yeah,
That'd be
we'll
funny.
do it. Okay, yeah,
That
we'll
would
do
be
that.
funny.
That will be funny.
Okay. Yeah. So we had to do a video application.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure so I had university deadlines, and then literally shortly after was the deadlines for this application. So I was absolutely pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
And I had freelance work at the same time.
And you didn't want to do it anyway. Like, you wanted to do it,
Yeah.
but ag is not you're not a public speaking kind of girly, are you? Like, or pitching like that. It was not really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I've done presentations and stuff before.
You're going to brush over the fact you literally
I nearly throw up. So,
No.
do you know, right, let me give you context.
Okay, I'll give
This is
give
why
it a-
I nearly threw up.
Tell me for
Georgia lives life. Or is it on the edge? Is it on the edge of your seat? Or
I live
whatever?
life on the edge of my pants.
On the edge of her
I live
pants.
pants.
Whatever. She lives life in her pants.
Yeah. I literally do.
I'm a planner. I like to plan ahead.
Yeah.
I like to think thoroughly about things.
Opposite.
Yeah.
Like, when I say we are opposite,
Yeah.
in every single sense of the word.
In
aren't
terms
we?
of how we function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I think we make a great team.
Which,
though.
yeah, because we have what the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
And it
yin and yang.
yeah. So the reason why I nearly passed out was because the pitch was done the day before. And
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. In your mum's front
Yes.
room, pitching it to your mum.
and we stayed up until 1 o'clock in the morning, and we just did it one day before.
Yeah.
And-
Because we hadn't been together up until that point.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm in Margate, she's in
Yeah.
Wales. I drove to Wales for the first time ever in my little Peugeot 207. I drove 7 hours. Terrified.
And she didn't even stop for a week. She was so scared.
I was so scared because I think I'm going to get murdered if I stop the car in the middle of nowhere.
I think you're better now, though.
Obviously, I'm going to get murdered.
Yeah, so we literally had one day to prep,
Yeah.
and then we rolled in to the campus on the hottest day of the year.
Hottest. Oh my god.
The hottest. Like, it was 30. It must have been 30.
It was, and obviously we dress smart. Like, you can't just dress like
Yeah.
a summer dress. You have to dress kind of smart. You're about to pitch in front of 7 people, was it?
Yeah.
And we were pre-told that like the women, which is surprisingly the women on the panel, were the ones that we needed to convince more.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that was giving us anxiety.
We were like, what?
Yeah. But it was just so hot. Like,
It was so hot. And then I was nearly passing out, nearly throwing up from
With
anxiety because I felt so unprepared.
yeah, I was
Um,
just.
She was like, I'm excited.
Yeah, what are you worried about? Come on, call it
Um,
cucumber. I just don't really get nervous.
Absolutely, you love the pressure.
Yeah, I
You love it.
thrive. Give me oh my god, you have to this is
Yeah.
I love it. I don't really get nervous with things like that.
And then
I get excited.
and then what should I tell them about what interrupted my nearly passing out and throwing up was that somebody
Yeah.
dropped to the floor screaming.
Something happened that
And
put
something
Ag's fear
something
into
really bad happened.
Yeah, to somebody else.
That snapped me out. So I was like, oh, my life's not that bad.
Yeah, fuck. I'm actually alright.
Yeah.
Turns out I'm not on the floor.
Yeah.
Crying my eyes out.
And then
Jesus
no, but to be
Christ.
fair, you said you turned around and you looked at me like, is she gonna?
Yeah, I'm not joking. So it was in the little foyer bit. I thought, right, she's quite nervous, and I was just trying to boost you up a little bit and give you some of my
I was like, no, I'm not
unwavering
okay.
self-belief. I was just trying to be like, come on, it's fine. And there was a moment where we was walking up the stairs into the room. I had a little glance back at Ag. I genuinely thought she was going to pass out. I thought, I've lost her. She's gone.
I was like, I literally cannot do this.
White, white as a ghost. And I thought. There was a second I thought, if you pass out, I will go in on my own.
Yeah, yeah.
I had. By the way, she took some of the slides of the pitch, and I took the others. And I knew there's a reason why she took some of them. It's because I
Yeah.
absolutely would not know
Yeah.
how to do them or what to say.
Yeah.
So I would have winged it, but yeah, I did. That's what made me a little bit panic. Was that fuck? I can't do the ones
Yeah.
that she does. I need you
got
to
her.
do them.
I've got a paper.
Yeah. Oh god. But you did it.
But I did it. So
Oh wait,
the
it
way
made
I
it
am,
worse because
there was a technical error.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way I am is I get really nervous and I'm fine in the
Yeah.
end. Yeah. So it was a really good pitch. It was a really good pitch, and
Yeah.
we just were like, yeah.
we walked out.
We've got that.
I knew.
Yeah.
As soon as we walked out, well, I just know even before walking in, I'm like, yeah, this is ours because
Yeah.
that's just how I am. I'm like, yeah, we already have this. I think there's a video actually, isn't there, of me saying,
Oh yeah, we got interviewed before.
I feel like we've already won.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh
then-
yeah.
And then I had to quit. So right, disclaimer. Well, I don't know, a bit of tea. I said, I feel like we've already won. And then I realised how cocky that made me sound. So I was like, you know, the experience and I feel like I've already won from like having the experience. But I actually meant, I feel like we've already won the whole fucking thing because we're the fucking best.
Not wrong.
And what place did we come again? God, remind me.
Was it first?
Was it first? Was it the highest amount of funding we got as well?
Yeah.
And an iPad. Oh, wait, because...
Yeah.
For the first like one-to-ones and the first and the second event, I edited all of the pictures on my iPhone, on my broken screen iPhone.
Yeah.
Because the second event was after we won that pitch. So we won the pitch, we won the funding, we won an iPad, and we won the trademark to get it all trademarked.
And we won mentors.
And we won mentors too, which were, but I think by far one of the top thing that we won. Like Chris and Hems helping us in the beginning and just encouraging us and believing in us really was like, it made a big difference.
Yeah, definitely.
But we didn't get any of this. It took a while to come through, so we didn't actually have the funding by the time we did the second event. We was hoping that we did, but we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, so I still had to edit. So I was waiting obviously for the iPad and stuff to like edit the pictures properly. So yeah, we had to kind of rough it for a little while still, even after we did win.
Yeah.
But we won. Is the main message.
But doing that pitch meant that it forced us to think way ahead.
Yeah.
We were doing this just for fun.
Literally.
To start with.
It's all shits and gigs. And
we then had to figure out how this could be a scalable business. And then as we were doing that, we were like, oh shit, this could be really good.
Yeah. And then that's how Circle Time come to be.
Then Circle Time occurred.
Yeah.
And then as we did Circle Time on the first event, I thought, that really helped.
This is good.
Sick, mate.
This is good. This is
well good.
This is well good.
No, because it connected all of the strangers that came.
Yeah,
connected like that.
And it was also really interesting to because we didn't like. I just thought, people are coming for the pictures, and then it was the first time we did Circle Time. I thought, people aren't just coming for the photos. People are coming for many other reasons, like that. We would have hoped they would have come for, but you know, when you first start something. Like, I knew that taking the pictures and stuff, like, boosted my confidence and made me feel good. And I hoped it would do the same for other people. But you don't believe it. Yeah, you don't realise at first. Yeah. Like, I wasn't sure whether it actually would or if it was, like, a unique thing to me. Turns out it's not. And it did work. The good girl method.
The good girl method.
The good girl method works.
Is a thing.
So, yeah. And it all just kicked off from there, really. Funding come. iPads come.
So
trademark.
Yeah. And this is when the tea really starts after that point, because it was still like, this is fine.
Yeah, not really anything drama.
Amazing.
You're still in uni, doing your thing. Like, probably still planning your own business still. And back of your head, I'm fucking this one off as soon as I can. As soon as she gets bored. Because that's another thing about me is that you get bored. I get bored. So people who knew me, I wouldn't have known this about me yet. I don't think you knew that really about me, that how many ideas I'd had previously to Good Girl. Of like, I wanted to be a solicitor. I wanted to be a midwife. I still would be a midwife. That is my dream if I weren't doing this. There's so many different, I want to go to uni for speech and language therapy. There were so many different things that I wanted to do that I always would get bored and change my mind or never finish them, or courses I started and paid for, coaching that I paid for and never did. And we both did. That's how we met. You would know if you watched the last episodes. Like, yeah, I was worried. Part of me was worried that when is it? When am I going to get bored of this? And I just realised I'm never going to get bored of this. And here we are still. We
should do our How I Met Your Mother episode, but Good Girl, because how we met.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, talking about me and
how we
coming
met
into the Zoom late.
And
What did you say? I was like flustered.
Yeah, you were flustered.
I was very
flustered. I want to coach her.
She is a mess.
That'll be a good coaching session.
I wonder what's going on. Yeah. We still ain't got to the bottom of that, have we?
Yeah, we have. We got right to the bottom of that.
Welcome back.
We're back. We needed a Coke break.
We did. Sponsored by, oh my God, imagine.
A Coke and a Coates break.
Yeah, she's put a coat on because she cannot handle anything below 40 degrees. Yeah. Questions about us two then. Like
what is the hardest thing you've had to deal with in the business?
For me, well, the hardest moment was having such momentum and having 2 huge events the best time. Everything up until this point was going so well. We were thriving. We was like, oh my god, this is it now. Nothing could go wrong. And then, I'm not going to say the app name, a certain app banned us from advertising and being shared, and that it all went downhill from there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Would it be the same moment for you as well?
Worst moment for me is pretty much the same. By the way, if you follow us on Instagram, you're probably sick of hearing this story. I basically got ill for probably like a month or 2 months.
Oh my god, yeah.
From overworking. Don't do it, guys. And one day I was like feeling a tiny bit better, and I was so sick of not being able to work that I was like, I mean, to the point where I had to miss a collaboration photo shoot, which I've not missed a single thing. We don't do that. Like, we do everything together.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Manchester,
one day, so I had to cancel that because I basically had kidney problems, guys. Anyway, and then
she was hospitalised.
No, I wasn't.
You went to hospital.
I wasn't hospitalised. I went to hospital. Okay. I was not hospitalised.
To me, that's the same thing. Anyway, we'll have a bit of drums.
I felt like
she was on a drip.
So sick. No, I wasn't. I felt so sick.
Touch and go.
Sorry. I was alive, guys. Girls.
Barely, though.
Barely. I was barely alive.
You were poorly.
I was very poorly.
Very.
But I was so sick of not being able to work because I'm a workaholic.
She is. Can't stop, won't stop.
Anyway, so I thought one day, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a tiny bit better. Let's have a go. Let's have a go at doing something for social media.
Yeah.
I put up an advert that took me about 2 hours to edit because it was a video of us.
Yeah.
Came up with that idea. We did that. Edited it for about 2 hours. Promoted it. Your advertisements have been banned. You can no longer do paid adverts within 2 minutes of me putting that up as an advert.
I was actually out on a night out and you sent me the screenshot, and I just so like, I was like, that's fine, like it's fine, like it's gonna be fine. Like our stuff at this point, our stuff got flagged a lot anyway.
We were shadow banned.
Yeah, so I looked at it initially and I thought, oh, we've just been shadow banned again. Oh, like who cares, it will be fine, like, it's just another shadow ban, it'll get lifted like it always does, no big deal.
Yeah, so
it did not.
Shadow ban means you cannot grow organically. Nobody will see your account unless somebody else shares it or they like go out and really try to find it. Your account will be withheld from other people, new people specifically viewing it. So we already had that shadow ban. Then on top of that, we had a paid advertisement ban. So we could not escape this by paying to get our account seen. Therefore, nobody apart from our existing customers could see. So when we wanted to go and do an event in a new location, they ain't going to know about it.
We had at the time, we had an event. It was going to be our first event in London. We were going to try and crack London. We were so excited. Had a good theme. It was going to be great. And then we still tried to push even after that, because at this point we thought, we're banned for a little while, it'll come back, like we'll get it back, we just need to appeal it, we need to show them like we're not doing anything like bad, or you know, anything that is like worthy of a ban.
We tried to reason with this company. Oh my god.
METE. No, META. See, I can't spell.
Hours of calls.
Hours.
Nothing.
Of like screen sharing and writing emails and appeal after appeal after appeal after appeal. We ended up having to cancel our London event because we just was not selling tickets because nobody was seeing our stuff. Completely shadow ban. Our engagement was so poor. This went on. We really tried, because we had built up such a momentum on this account. It had the history of Good Girl, like from the very first post to up until that point. And then so we tried to appeal it for like 3 months. I think it was like 3 months.
It was 3 months.
3 months, and then we literally sat down and was like,
the only other option was to start from zero.
Yeah, which we really wanted to avoid, because we thought, oh, can we do this again? We really just didn't want to do that. And then in the end, we had to sit down and was like, look, do you believe in it? I believe in it. Can we start it from scratch again?
We don't have any other choice.
We literally, do you want to carry this on? I want to carry this on. So we started it from scratch in what?
June?
I think June.
No, later, August.
Yeah. So that's why we
August
now
or
have
September.
Good Girl Unfiltered, which is the OG account,
Yeah.
which is still blocked, still can't advertise, still shadow banned probably.
Yeah.
And now we have It's a Good Girl thing, which is actually our new rebirthed account, which we rebranded slightly and we changed a few things in the way we did it anyway. And so yeah, that was our most difficult.
And just to insert, the reason that we were banned was because our content was deemed to be inappropriate, and
Bastards.
offensive,
Yeah.
and obviously it's just women in their lingerie, and you can see that in lingerie brands.
Yeah.
You can see that all over Playboy, all over the big brands where it's
People
fine.
post nude, like implied nude shots
Yeah.
all of the time. Gorgeous shots. And this is no hate to the other brands. Like, you do you. It's just like, it's okay when they do it.
Yeah,
and then
but
when
it wasn't
we do
okay
it,
when a smaller brand was doing it.
yeah. We got the blue tick
Yeah.
to like verify ourselves
did
because we
not
thought we
do
was
a
going to lose our account.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the hardest time in the 2 years of
Because
our
everything that we
business.
were doing was leading to nothing.
Yeah.
The only thing that helped was us starting the new account, and then the momentum built again.
Yeah,
We were
but
very lucky.
Even though we had that previous audience, it still felt like building it back up again, like building the momentum back up, getting people not back on side with Good Girl, but just like, we're still here, we're still doing this is what we do, we haven't stopped, because it was a while that we had no events, not really much posting, not really doing any one-to-ones, just everything went like shut down pretty much.
We had to like reevaluate everything.
And yeah, we decided
And that
that
lost us months.
yeah, literally months. But we believed in our brand so much that we thought we can start it from scratch again and rebuild. And we did.
And we did.
And that just proves our resilience
Exactly.
and our self-belief.
But that's one thing that we both are, is resilient.
Resilient. Can't keep an old dog down. That's not the saying.
That's not.
That's
I
not
don't
the
know.
saying. You
can't
can't keep a good girl down.
Can't keep a good girl down.
We'll use that. That's the new saying.
You can't keep a good girl down. Trademark.
Trademark. Can't stop, won't stop. Trademark. Should we just put trademark after every little thing that we... What was the best moment for you
The best
in the 2 years? This is 2 years of trading, by the way. 2 years of Good Girl. Best moment.
My best moments have been like during circle time. Like, it's so like heartwarming when people share their stories, and like when other girls support them in sharing their stories. So probably for me it would have been the bed event in Margate.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was one of our best.
the best event for me.
It was such a huge event, and everyone was so open. Like, there was a group of like 30 women, and they were just all pretty much all strangers, and they were all so open, and they felt like it was a safe space to share and be open.
And everyone was so different.
Everyone was so different.
Not one girl had the same body, not one girl looked the same, not one girl had the same style, same type of lingerie. Like, even though it was a themed event, everyone was so unique and blended so well together.
Yeah, and connected really well.
Yeah.
And it was just like really a supportive, connective event. And that was, probably like circle time in that event it just reminds you why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Even when it's really hard, when people like share openly and can be vulnerable, and then they have the transformation after, then it's just like, this is exactly why we do it.
Yeah.
That was a massive event.
That was huge. That, for me, best moment, I would say that event. That is my favourite event that so far, even though so that was just where we first started in Margate, in a studio that I used to go to all the time. So even though it was just very simple, very early days, and we've done events in bigger venues and probably like nicer aesthetic, to me, nothing has beaten.
That set was sick.
Yeah. Because that was like my dream.
Yeah,
like,
that was a year ago.
That bedroom set, like in my brain, like that, I honestly, I just wanted to cry looking at the set, because I just was like, I can't believe like this has just happened. We had a bed made.
Yeah, we designed the bed on the phone.
We literally had a bed made for us.
Like a scribbly sketch.
Yeah. I wanted a circle. I still think we could get a circle bed, but it was incredible. But so that was
so what's yours?
my best event. But I think it was winning the pitch. Like
it's a tie, really.
Yeah, the early
that
days,
was the
and
best.
The reason
feeling
for that is because it was like we knew, or we thought, oh, we've got this cool idea.
Yeah.
and then hearing other people older,
Agree.
a lot older than us, a lot
Wiser.
wiser than us, experience, and, you know, also agree and say, yeah, no, actually, I do think what you've got here is genius, and really can go far. That for me was like, boom. And
That was motivation.
yeah, that's all I need here. Okay, thank you. And I have taken that and carried that for the next 2 years. Have we ever fallen out? No. We genuinely,
Never.
hand on heart, we've never had an argument. We've had disagreements.
Yeah.
But I think we were talking the other day that because we respect each other so much and ultimately both have the same goal, the decider is, okay, which one's more passionate about
it's
it.
not like disagreement as in, oh, we had a disagreement.
No,
it's like we disagree on an idea and how to do it.
Yeah.
And then we just always come to
but even that is very
conclusion.
rare. I think that's
Exactly,
very
yeah.
rare.
It
And
is.
like, it will be like, I will think about doing it one way, Ag will think about doing it another way, and I feel like the decider in the end is, okay, I'm not really passionate about mine enough to like override your passion for your idea or the way you want to do it.
Or
and
we
that's just
compromise.
kind of, or we compromise, like the name. So the most recent one was the name, wasn't it, of
the event?
pop-up? Yeah.
So-
That's probably the most one that we both strongly, because I was really rooting for a name, and you really disliked the name,
Yeah.
but we compromised and come up with a different name.
Okay, final question is, what's the biggest good girl secret that you know?
Oh,
What's the good girl gossip?
what's the good girl gossip?
What is the good girl gossip?
Trademark.
Trademark.
Trademark. Good girl gossip is
Get you
the
to-
tea
they
is
don't know
every
it.
single person I do a business deal with wants to have sex with me.
Yeah, the tea is that
Women in business
are not treated respectably by
In a nice
the
way.
opposite sex.
Yeah. So what I will say is the tea, you could have different tea, but the tea for me is my experience with trying to be taken seriously as women in business is really hard when you are working with the opposite sex.
Well, you don't have to go into this, but like you being taken seriously full stop because you've literally lost friends.
Yeah. Actually.
But do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The tea is, okay, scrap that. Well, no, don't scrap that, because that is facts.
Yeah,
We don't get taken as seriously as we should because we're women. And it's twice as hard to be taken seriously, one, because we're women and we have experienced, like, you think that somebody wants to work with you because, like, they genuinely believe
because we're
in
women
your-
and because of the business
the
niche,
theme. Yeah,
they think that we're just
we can be taken advantage
open,
of.
free. I mean, we are open-minded,
Yeah.
but yeah, they automatically sexualize us, obviously.
You think there is no exchange other than they want to help your business, and then after they do that, you quickly realise they are expecting an exchange.
They're expecting. They just think they can flirt with you.
Yep.
Say inappropriate things. Ask for inappropriate things.
Ask for inappropriate things. Yeah. But we stand our ground and we tell them to piss.
Do one.
off.
0121 do one.
Yeah, but I think the real good girl tea is, you would think that we would be flooded with friends and support, which we are. We have been, and we're grateful to every single girl who supported us and loved us and from day one. But the most shocking thing is, it's not the people that you thought would be the people by your side at this point. I have lost 2, if not most of, my very, very close childhood friends. There isn't really tea other than they just stopped hanging out with me and wanting to see me, don't want to be around me.
Some people don't want to see you win.
That's literally it. So if you're like, if whatever reason you're watching this podcast, whether it's just for girly chit chat, or you're interested in Good Girl, or you're interested in starting a business of your own, be prepared to lose people, is what I would say.
Be prepared to lose the wrong people.
Yeah, because you will.
The right people will never judge you. They will always support you. They will see your success as their success.
Yeah.
And they'll lift you up. They won't drag you down. And the people, if you stay around people that drag you down, you're hindering your own growth.
Yeah, if you put a rotten fruit in a fruit bowl,
The one next to it will get rotten too.
yeah, exactly. Both of us. Yeah, that's just it. That's the real tea.
When you start working on yourself and trying to become a better person, following your dreams, some people won't like that change.
Yeah, because you do change. I wouldn't sit here and say I'm exactly the same. Like, why would they not want to be around me? I'm exactly the same person. I'm not exactly the same person anymore.
No.
I am smarter. I do know more. I do have goals. I do have things to talk about, you know? Different things I want to talk about. Different
This is
interests
why
and hobbies, you know?
I just stay in bed with my books. I'm just kidding. I don't.
She's
I,
not
I do
absolutely
actually
kidding.
go out.
Where? Okay, she does.
Just don't party because I'm not into that.
I don't party. Actually, I think I go out less than you. I'm taking the piss out of you. I'm home with the
Yeah.
kids all the time. All up until this point, it's been pure chaos.
Yeah.
And after this, different set,
Mhm.
structured. It's going to be a vibe. This is going to be a signature piece in every episode, and it's called Confessions of a Good Girl, where you write in your dilemmas, your confessions, anything really. We can either give you advice, talk about it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Give you our big sister advice.
Yes, our good girl advice.
So,
Read it, Ag.
this is what we've got. This was an anonymous question from one of our Instagram subscribers,
Mhm.
followers on at It's a
It's
Good Girl Thing. I really want to start making extra income to pay off my debts and continue to doing my hobbies, etc. I have been debating camming, but I reckon my partner will leave me if I do. Then on the other hand, I'm like, it's my life to live. What would a good girl do?
What would a good girl do?
Disclaimer, these are our opinions as
Yeah.
professional good girls.
As professional good girls.
These are just opinions,
Yeah.
and always choose your own opinion.
So my first thing I picked up on was the reason why she wants to do it. And it is a financial pull, not a passion pull, is what I would say.
Yeah.
And boyfriend, irrelevant information to me.
Yeah.
That is irrelevant. If never do something or don't do something because a partner of yours doesn't like it or does like it, I think just you always have to be authentic to yourself.
Difficult though, because there is so much money to be made.
100%.
So much money. We literally saw something the other day, and it was like a reel, and it was
Yeah.
like watching people on OnlyFans and blah blah get rich while I'm still struggling.
Slugging away. Yeah.
So there is a lot of money to be made.
But so this is the thing. So much money to be made. People who, one thing about me, yeah, I'm not going to tell you that money doesn't buy happiness, because I believe that I would rather cry in a Lamborghini than cry in my little Toyota IQ broken down. Do you know what I mean? If money wasn't an option, if you would still do it, regardless of the money situation, then it is because it's something that you enjoy and you'll be passionate about, and you wouldn't feel any type of way, then you should do it. But if the only driving factor is money, then let's look at other options first, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Like, let's brainstorm here, because it is easy. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's not easy to make money on OnlyFans. It's not easy to make money on camming, especially because of how oversaturated it is now. I think people go into it and they think that I'm going to make a quick buck here and it's going to be really, and then they don't, and they fall short, and then it's out there then, isn't it? And if it's not something that they were passionate about in the first place, then I think most people regret it.
Decide, does it align with me, my values, my
Yep.
future, my passions? You know, obviously we can't always make decisions based on that, because we have to make decisions based on needs. But if there is another alternative, and you don't, that might be better for you personally, then be open to that too. If you do want to do it, like genuinely want to do it,
More power to you.
there's no shame.
Get your bag.
Do it.
Get your fucking bag. And
Yeah.
that literally it. But it has to be aligned. I think what a good girl would do is brainstorm.
The next question is,
My boyfriend wants to watch me in a threesome. What do I do? I mean, that's kind of like, if you're down,
if you're down, do
then
it.
do it. Like,
If you're not,
then don't. Yeah, simple
Good
as.
girls do what feels right for them.
Yeah, brainstorm it. When I do a threesome, do a fucking threesome. If you don't want to do a threesome, tell him I don't want to do that. But also, if you don't want to do that, you need to have a conversation about sexual expectations within your relationship, and maybe there are some differences there, and what's a compromise that maybe you could both come to that wouldn't, that would satisfy you both. So I think the roundup thing here is communicate with one another.
Communication is key.
Communication is key.
And on that note, Thank you for submitting your confessions of a good girl.
Yep.
If you want to confess your sins or tell us your dilemmas in the next season or the next episode, make sure you check out our Instagram stories for your applications.
Yep. Or just DM us at It's a Good Girl Thing.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
We will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed getting to know us.
If you have any questions or curiosities about us, just leave them in the comments.
Don't forget to like, share and follow on all of our platforms. You can find us at It's a Good Girl Thing.
And don't forget to stay sexy.
So amazing. Everyone's been so welcoming. I feel so confident now. And before I was really